Yeah, 1 second. I said
Okay.
internet connection unstable. Is anybody on Wi-Fi?
Yeah,
Take
I'm
mine
gonna
off.
turn mine off.
Thank you. Anybody else on Wi-Fi? We good?
Hey everyone, thank you for joining us. We are joined by Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence. If you have a question for Trevor, feel free to raise your hand or drop your question in the chat feature, and we'll get to you as soon as we can. After Trevor's availability, please stay put as Coach Swinney will be on the call shortly thereafter. We'll get started with Ashlyn Sullivan from Jaguars.com.
Hey, Trevor, congratulations and welcome to Jacksonville. I just ran inside. On the field right now is an 8,000 draft party live going on, and they're watching you right now. And you've been adopted into this fan base so quickly. So what would you like to say to those fans watching?
Man, first of all, how excited I am to be coming down to Jacksonville. Couldn't be more excited. I think it's a great fit. Me and my family, we're just so excited to get down there. Thank you guys for all the support already. Like, we're not even there yet, and we definitely feel the love and the support. And I'm really excited just to bring some energy to the city and do everything in my power to get us back to where we want to be. So thank you guys so much. This is going to be a really fun year, and just know that once I get there, all my focus, all my attention is to making us the best we can be. So thank you guys.
Thanks, Ashlyn. We'll go to Mike DeRocco with ESPN.com. Mike, we'll get back to you. We'll go to Richard Graves with Sky Sports.
Hi, Trevor. Congratulations on being selected #1 overall. Obviously, you're going to a franchise whose fan base hasn't known an awful lot of success in recent years. So what do you say to them when you get to Jacksonville, and what's the message to everybody ahead of what you hope will be a very successful career?
Yeah, just that I'm gonna put the work in. You know, no one's gonna work harder. I know I'm gonna love the city, so I'm just super excited to be there. And that's really the main thing that I can say is that I'm gonna put the work in. I'm gonna do what it takes, and I feel really good about the coaching staff and the team that we have in Jacksonville, and I'm super excited to get down there and meet everybody. But man, I'm just pumped, and the best is yet to come. That's what we said here at Clemson, and I'm just gonna take that on to the next step, which is Jacksonville. So I'm super excited to be a Jag.
Thanks, Richard. We'll go to Cole Pepper with Channel 4.
Hi, Trevor. Can you just talk about how much you've been able to get from your conversations with Urban Meyer in terms of, the offense, talking about how, you can ramp up with that, and what your expectations are in terms of being able to lead once you do get here, being a rookie?
Yeah, just my mindset. Well, first of all, Coach Meyer got a great feel from just talking to him on the phone, and obviously I'm excited to get down there and be in person with the guys and the coaches and all that. But I think the biggest thing is that he's a winner. You've seen he's done that his whole career, so I'm really excited to be a part of that. And then number two, like you said, about just adjusting and adapting. I think that's something I do well, just because I want to earn the respect of everyone around me, the teammates, coaches. I'm not expecting for anyone to hand me anything. I want to come in there and earn the respect and the right to lead the team. So that's what I'm going to do, and just put the work in, like I said.
Thank you.
Thanks, Cole. We'll go to James Palmer with NFL Network.
Trevor, what's the name of that dog we keep hearing?
That's Andy. Sorry about that. She was good the whole time, and then when we get to audio, she wants to bark. So
she's like a #1 pick too. I'm curious, your mentality when you went into Clemson was, I don't worry about anybody else at the quarterback position. I'm just going to take care of my own business and battle it out and do my best. Do you expect to start week 1?
I mean, my mindset always going in is that, like I said, I'm going to earn everything that I get. So coming in, I don't have any expectations from anyone else other than myself. You know, I expect to perform well and to adjust quickly and to be ready to go. And that's just something, you know, I expect a lot out of myself. So that's where I'm at mentally. And then from there, like I said, it's just about earning. I think the biggest thing is the respect and trust of your teammates. And I mean, without that, it doesn't really matter what you expect going in. You got to earn that first. So I'm going to take it step by step. But like I said, I'm gonna do everything in my power to prepare to be the best I can be and put us in the best chance to win.
Thanks, Trevor.
Thanks, James. We'll go to John Reed with the Florida Times-Union.
How you doing, Trevor? Can you just talk about just what that moment felt like for you when you got drafted, and just what this whole draft process has been like for you?
It was awesome. I mean, it's almost kind of like a weight lifted off my shoulders. There's obviously been a lot of expectations coming into this draft, and just nothing's like official, and a lot of things going on. And then obviously with my shoulder and all that, I'm working healthy, and I feel like I'm in a great spot, and my body's feeling great. And then finally get to experience this moment that we've all been waiting for a long time with my family and friends was really special. And just like I said, I'm just so excited to be a part of Jacksonville community. Me and my wife, Marissa, we're excited to get down there, and really can't wait to go to work and just plug into the community.
Congrats. Thank you, man.
Thank you, John.
Thanks, John. We'll go to Mia O'Brien with First Coast News.
Hey, Trevor, great to meet you. Speaking of connecting with the community, I have to ask, at what point did the toaster and the contribution from the fans, when did you find out about that? And what has been your reaction to it?
Yeah, I mean, we found out probably maybe a week and a half or 2 weeks ago. And I think it just shows how special the community is in Jacksonville. And we'd seen that kind of in the past before then, but especially then, it showed the support that, you know, they had for us. And we were really hoping that was the landing spot. Obviously, that just added to it because it's just super special community. So it shows how much they believe in themselves and the community and the people they're bringing in. And we're just really excited to be a part of that. So super cool. Obviously, whenever you can give back and help people in need, it's obviously a plus.
And if I could ask a quick follow-up, Alex, I know that's something that a lot of people have said about you, that you want to invest in the community. Why is that so important to you wherever you go?
Yeah, I think it's just important to be normal, you know, and that's one way to do that is by plugging into the community, investing in the community, and just caring about the people around you. And that's kind of been something that me and Marissa want to do wherever we were going to end up. And now that we officially know that it's Jacksonville, we just can't wait to get started and like I said, to plug in and just love on the people around us. So it's a lot of fun and just super excited for it.
Awesome. Thanks, Trevor. Welcome to Jax.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mia. We'll go to Mark Long with the AP.
Hey, Trevor, you've said it a couple times about it being official to Jacksonville. When did you first think it would be, like, unofficially it was going to be Jacksonville? Were you thinking that way back in December when everybody else was?
Not really. Like I said, I never want to put I guess the cart before the horse, if you will. So in my mind, it was like still even before we're in practice and setting up, and we have a bunch of different hats here. Jacksonville's one of them. We're doing like a test, just video test, and I didn't even want to put the hat on because I didn't want to jinx it. I'm just like, let's wait till this is official, then I'll put it on. So I mean, obviously I had an idea that that's what was going to happen, and honestly was hoping for that. I think that's such a good fit for me and my family, but there wasn't really a specific moment that I was like, yep, it's happening. So.
Thanks, Mark. We'll go to Trevor Groves from CUTigers.com.
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
Hey, hey, Trev, congratulations, man. You've obviously meant so much to the Clemson fan base, and such a storybook career at Clemson. You're a runner-up for the Heisman, but what does it mean to you to be the first ever number 1 overall pick for the Clemson program? And what would you like to say to the Clemson fan base?
First of all, thank you. You guys have made my experience here in Clemson, the best I could ever imagine, honestly, coming into school. Never would have dreamed of really being in this point, but also the success that we had. And just the support, aside from the success, just the support you guys show week in and week out, and just in everything we do. And then on top of that, just like you said, being the first #1 pick from Clemson. I mean, there's been so many great players come through Clemson. That's obviously special to me, and I don't take that lightly. And it just shows, we've kind of made history ever since I've been at Clemson, and it's been awesome to be a part of that with Coach Swinney and all my teammates, and just to continue to do that. And that's the plan moving on to Jacksonville, is just to continue to do things that haven't been done, continue to lead and do things the right way.
Thanks, Trevor. We got time for 2 more. We're going to let Trevor go back to his party. We'll go with Jarrett Bell with USA Today.
Oh, hi, Trevor. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm curious about what you view as your biggest challenges to adjust your game to the NFL level. And are there NFL quarterbacks that you have studied, tried to learn things from as you prepare for this?
Yeah, I think obviously just making that transition from college to the NFL, it's kind of a holistic approach. Like, you got to kind of get better at everything. So I'm just trying to fine tune footwork, mechanics, mentally get sharper. And then now it's transitioning to like, let's learn the playbook. Let's get ready, for camp. And but like I said, the main thing is getting there and adjusting to new teammates and coaches, and really just seamlessly fitting in. And I think, like I said, earning the respect and trust of your teammates is huge to me. And then, but like you said, the guys I watch, Russell Wilson's definitely one. Just guys that are super efficient, that are really smart the way they play, methodical. I think Aaron Rodgers is a great example of that. There's a ton. And then Tom Brady obviously has been doing it for forever. So watching him, someone that's that consistent, I think you can always learn something from him. So those are some guys that I like to watch. There's obviously a ton more.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, Jared. We'll wrap up with Gene Fournette from the Florida Times-Union.
Alex, can you hear me?
Yep. Go ahead, Gene.
Hey, Trevor, last 7 years, you're 90-4 as a starting quarterback, going into a league where parity is a big thing. NFL likes to have their teams around 500. How much of an adjustment is that you think going to be for you, where you're going to a level where dominating people is so much more difficult?
I'm bringing the same mindset. Obviously, it's different. You're not playing the same competition, and you're playing the best of the best week in and week out. But I think that mindset is still important. You still got to expect to win. You still got to prepare the same way. And I just, I don't know what the point is if you don't expect to win every week. So I'm going to bring that same mindset. Obviously, it's going to be more challenging. Just the nature of the beast. You're playing against the best every week. So I know it's going to be more challenging, but I think for me is more so keeping that same mindset instead of adjusting.
Thanks. Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Gene. Thank you, Trevor. We appreciate your time. Congratulations again, and we'll see you down here tomorrow.
Go. Pumped, guys. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all.
No closing.
Thank you.
We'll get started with David Hood.
Hey, Coach. What's it like to be a part of that tonight? Looks like Darius Rucker's in the house. You've got Brandon Streeter there. All the Clemson family to be a part of this with the first ever #1 pick for Clemson.
I mean, just a special moment. First of all, just so thankful for having the blessing of coaching Trevor for a few years. But we tried to just kind of help do our part while we had him here. But let me tell you, his family, all the people that poured into him growing up, Coach King there at Cartersville High. You know, he showed up here a great young man, and just thankful that we had an opportunity to spend the last 3 years together. You know, we knew this was a possibility, but you know, it comes down to putting the work in and day out, and it's just been a joy to watch him do just that. I mean, this guy is incredibly disciplined and committed, and just super cool moment to be a part of this, and a great moment for Clemson as well. You know, there's been a lot of things that have happened at Clemson over the years, but this is one of them that has never happened. And so, you know, he's leaving here as the winningest quarterback, led us to a 15-0 season, and now the first #1 pick in the history of our school. It's a great moment for everyone.
Next, we'll go to Cassidy Hill with Sports Illustrated.
Hi, Coach. I'm wondering if you can tell Jaguar fans if there's one play, like Jaguar fans that might not have seen much of Trevor play so far, is there one play or one game where you can point back to and say, this is the epitome of Trevor Lawrence?
Well, I think a couple of things that specifically to the Jaguar fan base is, first of all, you go back to his freshman year, true freshman, that national championship game. And if you go back just 2 years ago, just a little over 2 years ago, you know, Alabama was 14-0. We were 14-0. They had a veteran quarterback, and we had this true freshman. And the narrative was, you know, how's this guy going to handle this type of spotlight? And he was unbelievable, you know, and we win that game. So I think that bodes well for what's coming next for the Jaguar fan base, as far as his ability to handle the stage, to make the transition, to compete against the best of the best. But I think also last year in the Ohio State game out in Arizona, you know, he gets knocked out of the game of play, and he comes back, and I mean, literally just, you know, just a couple moments later, he rips off about a 50, 60-yard run. And so you saw his toughness and his competitiveness. And then the last thing is he's a winner. And as I said earlier, he's the winningest quarterback in the history of this school. I think he lost 2 games in high school and 2 in his college career. So he's just a winner, and he's the same guy day in and day out. But that's a couple of moments that I think can excite the Jaguar fan base.
Thanks, Cassidy. We'll go to Andy Staples with The Athletic.
Hey, Dabo, I'm wondering, Trevor's freshman year, when you made him the starter, what did you learn about him during that few weeks period where there was a whole lot going on with your team, and you know, he winds up leading you to a national title?
Yeah, well, you know, we're fortunate that we had him in the spring, so we had a chance to you know, learn a little bit about him prior to obviously him showing up in the summer, and you know, but out there at Texas A&M, his first pass, you know, actually the spring game, his first play in the spring game in front of 50,000 or whatever was unbelievable, and then the Texas A&M game, you know, on the road. It's an incredible environment. And he throws that ball, the conversion route to T. Higgins, which T takes on and scores. You know, just and then Georgia Tech. You know, so just, you know, watching him and seeing how he handles things, and then the Georgia Tech game, went to the left, went out to the left, and I believe it was to Renfro. He throws an absolute laser moving to his left in a hole about that big. So his confidence, you know, you just knew. And, you know, I knew that we were going to have a chance to be 15-0 and have a chance to win a national championship that year. You know, he was the best player. And, you know, those are tough decisions along the way. But, and then you make that change, and there's obviously a lot of emotion and a lot of things involved with that. But to just see how he took it all in stride, and to see how his teammates rallied around him because they knew, and then just to watch him, you know, be himself and prepare week in and week out. And the lights got brighter and brighter and brighter all the way to, you go back and look at that Alabama team from 2018. That was an unbelievable team, but he just never flinched. And that's what I love about it. He's incredibly humble, but he's incredibly confident. And that comes from, his work ethic. So, it was awesome to see him perform, and then especially to know that, hey, he was going to be around for a couple more years. I knew we were going to have a chance to win a few more games, and just a joy to be with day in and day out.
Thanks, Sandy. We'll go to Mike DeRocco with ESPN.com.
Hey, Coach, what did you say to Urban Meyer in terms of, how you're describing Trevor? I mean, everybody's asking you what Trevor's like, but when Urban asked you, what do you say to him, or what did you say?
Well, I mean, we talked about a lot of things. We talked on the phone, we talked in person, talked tonight before the draft, and first thing I told him is don't screw it up. To be honest with you, don't screw it up. I mean, this will be a very easy transition. He's well prepared. What he's stepping into and the expectations and all those things, that's his normal. That's his normal, and it has been for a long time. He's built the right way. He's grounded in his faith. He's got a wonderful family. He's married to his middle school sweetheart. This guy has been consistent. He is the epitome of consistency. And if you know anything about Urban Meyer, that's something that he values, is consistency and then toughness. And I didn't have to sell him on his toughness. He saw that up close and personal. So I think the biggest thing that we talked about was just, some of the intangibles that had a chance to see over the past 3 years. And, his love of the game, his love of preparation, and his ability to lead, and how he just makes everyone else better. Just has such a great feel for the game, his instincts, and all those things. So talked about a lot of things, but that's just a few.
Thank you. We'll wrap up with Mia O'Brien.
Hey, Coach, I'm just curious as far as the personnel here in Jacksonville, just taking a look at what they have, maybe what they need to add. As someone who has coached Trevor and schemed around him, what does this team need to bring to the table to make him successful here in Jacksonville?
Well, everything starts with that offensive line when it comes to quarterback play. That's first and foremost, and I don't know enough about their roster or the personnel that they have, but, you best believe Urban Meyer you got two great winners. Urban Meyer's a great winner, and Trevor Lawrence is a great winner. And, I think that's going to lead to, great things. They'll make good decisions, but obviously you got to have playmakers, but it starts with that offensive line, but this is a team game. Teams win championships, and you have to do it together. Trevor's going to do his part, but he can't do all of it. You got to have good defense. You got to have, weapons offensively, and then you got to have the style of play and scheme and coaches and all that. And I think all of those ingredients are there in Jacksonville, especially with what they're going to be able to do in the free agent market and then through this draft. I think they're going to put a couple more pieces together. But I love the coaching staff that Urban has put together. I think it's a great fit from top to bottom. And Trevor's one of those guys that can play in any scheme and really could play in any era of football. And so it'll be fun to watch it all come together and see who they surround him with. But first and foremost is making sure that they got everything solidified up front.
Thank you, Mia, and thank you, Coach. We appreciate your time. Have a good night. To the media, we'll see you back here after our 25th pick. Let us know if we can help with anything in the meantime. Thank you.
Thank you.